Here we are, Lucas Oil Raceway, round number 6 of tonight's LSRL Gridfinder Xfinity Series as we get you ready for some short track beating and banging as we sit some 15 minutes to the west of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway tonight at the Lucas Oil Raceway at Indianapolis Raceway Park. Has a new school name, an old school name. It has a newer name, which actually puts both names together. It's got a whole types of interesting stuff tonight, and it's going to have some very fun racing tonight in this Gridfinder Xfinity Series. I am the captain. We appreciate you joining us tonight. A little late night recorded edition of this broadcast, so we appreciate everybody joining us tonight as this is round number 6 of this Gridfinder Xfinity Series from Lucas Oil Raceway. Let's take a look at the point standings as we enter this evening's event. And this is after 5 rounds. Of course, last week it was the Dean Machine going to victory lane. Christopher Dean scoring his first series victory. He now third in points behind teammates Brian Sutphin and Jason Dalton. Brandon Massey, Ira Kohlhaas, your top 5 right now in points. Of course, there is a playoff coming up here in just a few weeks, so only a few weeks to go to get yourself up to that top 10 position and get yourself into the playoffs. So, again, a very tight battle in a lot of positions, so we'll be keeping an eye on that as we get closer and closer to the playoff race as we take a look at the I was going to say the schedule, but I don't. Yeah, mine here is the schedule for some reason. I had it labeled wrong. Anyways, Lucas Oil tonight, and then Daytona will be the next broadcast. We'll actually have that tomorrow night, and then it's Auto Club Speedway and then Las Vegas the next 2 rounds before. So 4 races to go entering tonight's race for the playoffs. So should be a very interesting one. The cars have qualified, and they are ready to go onto the track to get the action going here at the Lucas Oil Raceway at Indianapolis Raceway Park. There you go. Cars are all cranked up. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for the race. First, the pole sitter, I should say, hit the wrong button. There it is. Jason Dalton, a 22.891 second lap, puts him on the pole this evening. Congratulations to Jason Dalton on getting that. As we look at the lineup now, Dalton going to start next to Anthony Giuliano, continuing his momentum a little bit into the race tonight. Ira Kohlhaas, Cade Ferguson, row number 2. Landon Quisenberry and Barrett Flo in row 3. Row 4 is Adam Brady and Tanyan Sutphin. Looking at row number 5 is Josh Terrett-Hill and Adam Lowe. Ryan Reeves, Brian Sutphin in row 6. Row 7, Dan Worley, Brandon Massey, Craig Sykes, Ivan Jones, and Sam Kohlhaas will be the 17th and final starter in tonight's race. So, again, short track racing tonight, just shy of 7/10 of a mile is the Lucas Oil Raceway. As you see the cars getting one to go this time by as we get ready to get this race on the road. Again, this is the 8-lap heat race, and that'll lead us to the main event. 150 laps tonight at this just shy of 7/10 of a mile oval. Multiple degrees of banking. It's less banked down at the bottom all the way to the top, which is going to make this very interesting to be a part of. Here we go. Heat racing, round number 6 of the LSRL Gridfinder Xfinity Series at Lucas Oil Raceway at Indianapolis Raceway Park. Green flag is out. Down the back straightaway. Dalton pulling out to a lead as you see Ira Kohlhaas to the inside. There's the 28 of Cade Ferguson. Different number for him. As they beat and bang and almost 3 wide off the corners. Lap 1 led by Dalton. See the 37 there, Brian Sutphin, I should say. Right there behind Quisenberry in the 75. Giuliano having a rough time right now as he's off the pace. Adam Brady going by. There you see Brian going by. So Giuliano fighting it right now in that Monster Energy 17. As Quisenberry in the El Taco Loco car under attack from his buddy and teammate Cade Ferguson. As they go by Ivan Jones and put him a lap down. There's the 7 of Tanyan Sutphin underneath the 65 of Brandon Massey. At the 0-2 also in the field there, Craig Sykes. The 93 is Ryan Reeves. And here you see the different grooves being raced around this track. Very notorious for this kind of racing here. Looks like Giuliano getting it back together now as he's up to 6. Quisenberry kind of falling back a little bit with 4 to go. Landon kind of stuck on the bottom. As I mentioned, the top groove is the way to get around here. The fastest way, I should say. However, you could use all the grooves around the track. Oh, that's the problem, though. You get snappy loose. Very short straightaways, very long corners. Oh, and Quisenberry, hold on. Landon goes around, and I believe Tanyan Sutphin also went around, as he was able to hit the inside wall and kind of save it. So Landon having all types of struggles. As final lap. Again, this will simply set who will start where in the main event. It's Dalton. Brings him through turn 3 and 4, and it will be in checkered flag for the 73 and winner of the heat race. He'll take the pole. Ira Kohlhaas, Adam Brady, and this is where everybody hits everybody. Oh, Giuliano goes flying. Well, that's one way of landing it. He about landed in the seats I sat in for the final Xfinity race here years ago. All right. So here's the lineup now for the, actually, it's not the main event. Let's do this right here. All right, it did fix itself. So the lineup's over here on the left side of the page. Now, I am going to enter a little disclaimer here for the broadcast, for those who watch this. It's supposed to be a 150-lap race. Unfortunately, it's not set up yet with the telemetry I use for recorded races to actually put 150 laps. Yes, there was a green-white checker at the end of this race, so you'll notice the 3 extra laps are posted already. So we're going to call it like it's a 153-lap race. All right, so I'm just putting it out there now. So there you go. Dalton and Kohlhaas on row 1. Adam Brady and Cade Ferguson, row 2. Anthony Giuliano, Brandon Massey, row 3. Brian Sutphin, Adam Lowe, row 4. Ryan Reeves, Josh Tarrant Hill, row 6, or make that row 5. Barrett Flo, Dan Worley, row 6. Tanyan Sutphin and Sam Kohlhaas, row 7. Landon Quisenberry, Craig Sykes in row 8. And Ivan Jones in row 9. Race car lights are off. And this is round 6 of the Gridfinder Xfinity Series in the Lightspeed Racing League from Lucas Oil Raceway at Indianapolis. Raceway Park, green flag is in the air. Here we go. Or not. Well, that was a fake. Not sure what happened. right, here we go. Let's second take here. As the grid gets all caught up. And here we go. Green flag is down. Let's do it. And as we usually do, the first lap of the race brought to you by the Sim Speed Shops, specializing in custom sim racing hardware. Sim Speed Shop manufactures sim racing hardware utilizing the best components available, as well as mixing in real-life racing components when available. Customize your hardware and rig today. SimSpeedShop.com. Off turn 4. Oh, contact, and both of them into all the leaders as Dalton leads lap 1. Obviously, we'll call that unintentional because I know Ira and Dalton both pretty well. As the 28 slides up in front of Brandon Massey, so move Cade Ferguson up the 5th. Our cameras tonight presented by TrackCams 4 Gourmet. You can check them out online, trackcams22.com, and also online at in the iRacing forums and on Facebook. You see the multi-groups they run here as Cole Haas putting all types of pressure on Dalton. Adam Brady there in the 3rd position. Battle here for 5th. Sykes underneath the 28. And he'll pass him. Move him up to the 5th position. Already some damage on some cars. You see the rear end of Brandon Massey already with a dent in it. It's a very tricky and tough track to race at. We ride with Cade Ferguson. Of course, up until 2011. This track hosted trucks and Xfinity and even ARCA racing. It still hosted the ARCA racing, then the trucks and Xfinity left. Of course, the Xfinity series went to the big track, and now, as of this year, the truck series is coming back to Lucas Oil Raceway. Look at this, the 29 starting to fall back a little bit here. Adam Brady's gone by, Giuliano's gone by. Craig Sykes, Cade Ferguson, all these guys going by. 7 laps in the books as you see the background there at the drag strip. Home of the Gator Nationals. I'm sorry, the U.S. Nationals. Wrong one. Nine laps in. Ira Kohlhaas is free falling again. As Massey working to the high side there. 53 kind of catching the walls. You see Landon Quisenberry trying to work his way up here through the field in the 75. A very interesting El Taco Loco car there. Meanwhile, look up here. Anthony Giuliano has worked his way back to 2nd after darn near losing the car in the heat race. He's made some adjustments here and has worked his way to P2. We're 10 laps in. There's Brian Sutphin there to 37. Second in points right now as he follows the 93 Ryan Reeves. A little shifting going on there mid-corner. That's something I've never seen here. progressive banking here at this track always creates some interesting racing. That's why you see these cars up here at the top part of the track, the highest part of the banking. As Q is actually awake still, ladies and gentlemen. Q, what are you doing awake at midnight? Don't you have school tomorrow, young man? Back here towards the back is Ivan Jones, a 53 and a 50 of Adam Lowe. Man, a lot of cars shifting all of a sudden here. I'm not tired yet. Yeah, teacher, I'm all good. On the table. Out. Man down. Adam Brady putting pressure on the boss man here, and the boss man's putting pressure on Dalton. You got Craig Sykes, who started back a little ways through the field. He has worked his way up to the 4th position here early. Let's see, Craig not doing the shifting. Oh, there's a, I guess we'll call it a little, oh, there's contact with Brady and Giuliano, I think, right there, too. I just saw Giuliano's rear end get lifted. Very easy to slide up the track with these tires. And up into the wall is Giuliano going for the lead. I think he led that lap, actually. Put the boss man up front. Slider. He got it. Oh, he got a little up track there, too, but able to hold on to her. Adam Brady's moved up to 2nd now as Dalton falls back to 3rd. Top 8 cars all within 2 seconds of each other right now. There you see him right there under a blanket. 20 laps in and pretty much every car smacking the wall in the middle of the corner, it looks like. Very interesting to say the least. So 93 car trying to get up to the 65, putting pressure on the 28. Again, different number for that car, normally the 42. My guess is Cade is running that number to honor the number of Dollar Generals within a 50-mile radius of the track. That's my guess. Because as you know, in every random corner, in every city, is a Dollar General. Look at this, Adam Brady not letting his boss man get away here. You can hear Giuliano shifting. Obviously, I can hear the high revs. I'm trying to remember the town I was in. I did a broadcast in when I was living in Indiana. Sort of west of here on I-69, or not 69, but 70. And there was 3 buildings in downtown. A Subway, with a gas station, right? No, Subway on its own, a Firehouse, and a Dollar General. I had to broadcast at Dollar General. And there's the caution, competition caution, lap 25. As always, this series has competition cautions. Twice a race, I believe. And they do this to, one, kind of keep the field even a little bit, but two, to spark the interest stuff a little bit. So we'll see if anybody comes to pit road here. Landon, more important question here. Do your parents know you're awake right now? All right, here we go. Who comes to pit road? Who doesn't? Leader does. Giuliano. They do. Brandon Massey is in. Ira Kohlhaas in. So interesting strategy going on here. We'll update it and more coming up here in just a second, but we're going to step away and come back and get you more racing here from Lucas Oil Raceway at Indianapolis Raceway Park as you're watching the Captain Esports Network.
Butt kicker. Feel what you've been missing. Get yours today at www.thebuttkicker.com and be sure to use promo code LSRL for 20% off.
All right, back we are. About to get the green flag here after the competition caution at lap number 25. We'll go green here at 31. Adam Brady, Craig Sykes, Jason Dalton, Cade Ferguson, your top four. First car off pit road, Anthony Giuliano in P10. As here we go, green flag back out. Everybody's got to be careful with those tires. Of course, the new ones, you got to let them get up to temp. Want to remind you that Butt Kicker products are silent subwoofers that deliver powerful and audible bass through your couch or chair. so that you can feel real crashes and racing engines and special effects in your movies and games. You can use promo code LSRL, 20% off the Butt Kicker website. Teammates right here, 4th and 5th. Ryan Reeves there at 6th. We have to watch the tires very closely here to see if they come rolling up here through the field. Right now, still Ira Kohlhaas in 10th, the biggest mover, and he hasn't gone anywhere as he tries to pass to 53 here. '81 there behind him, Josh Tarrant Hill. Running the Harrison's paint scheme in the '81. How about Cade Ferguson up here, 3rd position right now? Of course, back before Landon's days, as he's watching on here, there is a series of racing that always was on this track called Thursday Night Thunder. It was always on Thursday nights on ESPN. They would bring the USAC Outlaws and the midgets, the midgets out here and race on this track every Thursday night. So you'd see people like Ryan Newman and Jeff Gordon and Tony Stewart and all those guys out here racing in midgets. And was a fun event to watch. And you can always actually go on YouTube and watch some of those classic races. As we're 36 laps in. Oh, Brady catches the wall up there, and here comes Sykes. Well, slide up there again. See if Craig brings it to the bottom there. It's exactly what he does. That is a classic Lucas Oil move right there. You bring it down the track, almost making a straightaway longer here. Almost a diamond. In there low, slide it up the track a little bit and bring it to the bottom. Brady's going to give it up. So Sykes from the back to the front. The 0-2 to the lead. Back here, this is a some craziness here. 53-37. You see the 37 with heavy nose damage. We rhyme with Dalton. Very surprised, that shifting thing. That is so abnormal here. One thing I've found weird so far is you look closely at the way this car is set up, and I assume that these guys are using a Lucas Oil setup for my racing. Look at the left front. It's almost like the splitter is uneven on the car. And I don't know if that's because of the banking or what the deal is, but watch the left front down the straightaway here. It sits up a little bit. It's kind of weird how the right front that is sitting in the air. Usually that thing is kind of flat out on the ground. Sykes has pulled away. Oh, almost some contact here. And one car struggling right now ever since that pit stop. That's 17 of Giuliano. Not sure what's going on here. He worked his way up through the field. Now he's stuck behind the 81. Not sure what's going on there, but unfortunate. There's Q in the 75 car. Surprised he didn't paint himself a St. Elmo's grill car for Indianapolis, but apparently there's a reason on the back of his car for this paint scheme. As Brandon Massey tries to get around him. Well, see if I can get this reason right now as Massey tries to get around him. There's Barrett Flo now, the 11th position here. Barrett just easing it down into the corner there. Good way to save your tires. And do me a favor, Barrett. Get up there in the back of him. So Sykes has pulled away to a 2.5-second lead. A battle on for third as Ferguson and Dalton go at it. The 53, that's the first car on tires right there, Ivan Jones. Oh, Fergie, hold on, young man. Tank slapper to save. Glove save it a beauty. I'm leaning on each other here. Good short track racing. Well, that time he almost got into him. Oh, 73 getting up there, kissing the wall a bit. Now there's contact. 53 into Dalton. Dalton goes spinning and saves it, but no, Quisenberry's in the wall now. That'll bring the second caution out. Doesn't look like much damage on the 75, a little bit on the right rear. And leaders coming to pit road. Let's see if anybody stays out. Nope. Let's see if Massey stays out. Nope. Nobody staying out. We'll look at the replay here and then, go through the pit stops and then look at the replay. And we do have one car that stayed out, Josh Tarrant Hill. All right, let's go back and look at the replay of what transpired here. So contact with Dalton. Dalton's able to save the car up ahead here. And you got the 75 inside the 50. Oh, and they just come together, stick it into the wall hard. Oh, Ira Kohlhaas gets a piece of it. Ah, I knew I was going to do it sometime tonight. This is what happens by mistake. Stand by 1 second. This is your chance to go get a bottle of water or whatever you need to drink. have it fixed. We're good. And the ticker will update itself here in just a second, I believe. Just ignore what that's all saying over there. Actually, it might have locked up on me, so let's do this. So the leader right now is the 81 who comes to pit road now. While I do what I'm doing here, it's a fresh reminder to always, and I mean always, save your work. And the reason why I bring that up is I should, from learning this lesson the last time, I'll pause it because we're about to go green here at lap 54. You didn't miss anything, just cars coming to pit road and stuff. Apologies for the issues. Sometimes I am not the smartest person in the world, which I'm not already the smartest person in the world. There we go, just like nothing happened. So Sykes back to the front now. Jones, Massey, Sutphin, and Reeves, your top five. As we're back at it, lap number 54. Sykes with a good jump. Everybody pretty even now tire-wise as Dalton catches the wall back straight away there. Barrett flowing at 91. 77 to Brady. Anthony Giuliano, unfortunately, off the pace back here into 17, so not sure what's going on here, if he almost lost the car or something, but he is way off the pace right now. And one car stuck at the bottom. It's Barrett Flo. And caution out for the third time. Barrett Flo in a 91 has wrecked it off turn 2. Let's see what happens to the he gets a little. Oh no, he gets tangled up with. I think it's Tanyan Sutphin, and goes nose first into the wall. Unfortunately, bringing a third caution out on track. All right, so pace car picks up the 50 or the 02 car here at lap 58. Probably will not see any pit stops here other than cars maybe with damage. It's a good opportunity to tell you about Gridfinder. It's the home of online racing communities. You can browse hundreds of leagues racing on all gaming platforms across every racing sim every day of the week across the globe. Browse through over 1,000 leagues racing on iRacing, Assetto Corsa, ACC, R-Factor 2, F1 2021, and more. If you're looking for a commentator or a streamer for your racing broadcasts or a designer for your next livery, Gridfinder is all the talent here in one place. If you run a sim racing league, make sure you upload your community to Gridfinder so that more like-minded sim racers can find you. It's quick, easy, best of all, free. Check out Gridfinder today. We got cars getting damage fixed. Want to give you a broadcasting update tomorrow night when I get home from work. After I eat dinner and stuff, we will have the Daytona race that was ran last Tuesday night for you tomorrow night. The broadcast of that for you, so looking forward to that. Land, if you're not doing anything, I would look for it somewhere in the 10 o'clock area in the evening time. Of course, this series this year, or this season, following the B series of what they do on iRacing. So, obviously, now that the actual NASCAR season is going, they're following the exact schedule. That's why you're seeing, after this race tonight, they'll be in Daytona, and, of course, to Auto Club and in Vegas to finish out as Sykes brings them back to the green flag here off turn 4. Here we go. Brandon Massey, Ivan Jones, Ryan Reeves, Adam Brady. Now your top 5 here. Reeves climbing the wall a little bit off 2. A little contact maybe with the 53. '62 up the track just a little bit. A little out of the groove there. Going to be okay, I think. 53 now up the track as here comes Ferguson to the bottom. This is where you get to see the fun part of this track. Brady way down at the bottom. '63 laps in out of 153. Oh, one car getting loose back there. It's Worley in the 88. Nice save on his part. Dan has had his struggles tonight, and they got the Kohlhaas brothers back here. Sam, who usually spots for Ira, back here in the 2-car tonight. The Wounded Warrior Project, I believe that is. A town slightly north and east of this area, Kokomo, an area I got to do some radio in for a few years. Yes, there's a dirt track there, and it's on iRacing. Actually, a big area for military. There's a base right up the road there in the Peru area called Grisham Air Force Base. So I saw that Wounded Warrior Project, immediately thought of the people there in that area. We ride with Ryan Reeves. Got to be very patient on this throttle. You're pretty much off the throttle here. You start to roll about mid-corner, and you're not full throttle. Go about there. I will honestly say this is one track I have not ran much in this sim. I've ran this track a lot on like the NASCAR video games back in PlayStation and stuff, but never. I've ran it like once or twice on iRacing ever. We're just about to the halfway point here. Brandon Massey has not allowed Craig Sykes to get away. Only 0.3 of a second. Craig doing a good job in that 0-2 car, leading laps and knocking him down here, looking to get himself a victory tonight. Back here, the 2KJD2 cars. You got Ferguson back here battling with the 53 for the 7th spot. Now here comes the 91 back into the picture. One has to ask, was there a reset in this race? Because the 91's front end looks brand new. As a matter of fact, I have to say yes, there was a reset, because I'm seeing a lot of cars with new cars, it looks like now, and I'm paying attention. Barrett Flow coming up here through the field. 28 there ahead of him. He's got the 53 behind him, and then right behind him is Quisenberry. He's trying to bounce back a little bit up to the 10th position right now. All 17 cars that started the race on track right now. And pit stop, Ira Kohlhaas on pit road in the 29. See what's going on with the Pepsi Zero Sugar Chevrolet. Gets his car reset there, right side tires going on. So 4 tires and fuel, the 29 pulls away. He's going to lose 2 laps in that whole deal. As Massey putting pressure on Sykes. You got to be very, very patient with the throttle here. Almost put an egg underneath it. Massey doing a good job on entry, but unfortunately kind of getting tight, it looks like center. And that's where the 0-2 here gets to run off. And you see the fresh tires of Kohlhaas coming up behind him. Kohlhaas going to slide up there, and they're trying to lap himself here to the next lap or so. As Reeves and Brady battle out now for 4th with Sutphin here on his outside. 80 laps complete. Appreciate everybody watching tonight here on the Captain Esports Network. For those who check out the replay of this, of course, we're broadcasting tonight on, as usual, Twitch and Twitter and on YouTube. All right, we're going to step away for a quick second. We'll come back and get you more racing as we go side by side as you're watching the Gridfinder Xfinity Series and the LSRL on the Captain Esports Network.
Butt kicker. Feel what you've been missing. Get yours today at www.thebuttkicker.com and be sure to use promo code LSRL for 20% off.
All right, here we go. Back with you. 89 laps in the books this time by. Craig Sykes has still been able to hold off Brandon Massey as they come up on some lap traffic. Brian Sutphin running third, about 5 seconds back from that lead battle. And then you got kind of a, not really a hornet's nest, but a bunch of close battles everywhere. Brady, Reeves, Flo, Dalton. And then back here in ninth, you got Quisenberry, Jones, Adam Lowe. As they go by Sam Kohlhaas in the two cars, he just lets everybody go on by. Should mention Anthony Giuliano about 10 laps ago took his car off the track, and we got trouble. Quisenberry's off and spun around over in turn one. But Giuliano took his car off the track about 10 laps ago. But 75 going El Taco Spino. Oh, he runs into his teammate Ferguson, who gets into the wall, and they're going to collect low into 50, unfortunately. So that is our third caution of the race. And we have just passed the halfway point. Of course, halfway presented by Track Time Entertainment. At Track Time Entertainment, they build custom driving simulators for the virtual racing community. They manufacture their simulators in Texas using U.S. extruded aluminum. Visit Track Time Entertainment on Facebook for all your sim rig needs and a full lineup of their products, proudly made in the USA. As here we go, pit stops with 60 laps to go. And 02 going to win the race off pit road. And once again, the 81 stays out. I'm sure he'll come to pit road afterwards. All right, so Craig Sykes has cycled back around. And you see Ira Kohlhaas is going to end up on the tail end of the lead lap now. He did get his lap back passing Sykes in the 02 during that run. But I'm sure he's going to be a little bit of a disadvantage probably tire-wise here. We'll have to see. So again, the next race coming up is Daytona. We'll have that broadcast tomorrow night. And then Tuesday night, they run the Auto Club Speedway in their live league event. Pace car pulling in as we'll go back racing here with just shy of 60 laps to go. And quickly on to Sykes, and here we go. Top side, Brian Sutphin getting a run on Brady. Going to bring Barrett Flo with him. As Sam Kohlhaas back to pit road, Sutphin up in the wall. Brady getting a little loose off the corner. Last run, Massey and Sykes were neck and neck pretty much the whole time and picking up where they left off here. Massey putting the pressure on. Ryan Reeves has moved up to third. He's about a second or so back. Barrett went around and crashed over in turn 2 off of turn 2 just a little bit ago. You see Sutphin doing a little hospital hop off of 2 or 4. He was trying to save that thing and finally did. And now the 91's going to get the run to the bottom. Down the back straightaway. We see a slider. Oh, the leader's going to get turned. In front of the field, caution's out. Craig Sykes with a humongous save. And it looks like I'm about to do it this way. What happened to him? Oh, right there, 65 gets into the back of him. And knowing Brandon, he did not mean that at all. Oh, he just gets a great run on him, center. Great job, everybody locking it down. That could have been bad. The caution back out. Lap 102. So did you see the 88 of Dan Worley going to get the wave around? So you wonder how the 0-2 is going to bounce back from this unfortunate sequence. Looks like he's going to pick up in the 7th position here. And we'll get ready for the green flag. We should get one to go this time by. Look at these drivers up here towards the front. Ryan Reeves in the 93. How about Barrett Flo back up there in the 91 car? Sutphin back up front. Dalton's got a shot now. So very interesting here. Of course, Craig Sykes can still work his way through the field and get back to the front. And who knows what can happen if he gets to the back bumper of the 65. As the laps continue to count down, of course, the racing is just going to pick up. As here we go, pace car pulls off. Massey, a good jump on the 93. And Barrett Flo going to work the bottom on him. See if Reeves can hold him off. Meanwhile, Craig Sykes back here going to work. Goes past the 28 of Ferguson. And Ira Kohlhaas with issues as he goes around with the 81. And I believe it's the 5th caution of the night. Oh, Tandian Sutphin gets into him. Into the 81, nowhere to go. 29 crunches him and it hits the wall. And nowhere to go for the 33 of Worley. See what happens here again. Ira, unfortunately, wrong place, wrong time. No caution back out. With 46 laps to go. Been a very competitive season so far. Of course, we do have some drivers not here tonight. Of course, that happens. As I look at all the winners we've had so far, Brian Sutphin, Christopher Dean, Dylan Reed, who's not here for a second straight week, as you see Sam Kohlhaas getting the wave around here. Of course, Christopher Dean with a win, Dylan Reed with 2 wins on the season, and of course Seth Ryder getting a win. Still plenty of guys in this field tonight. As a matter of fact, as I look right now, the only person in the field tonight with a win is Brian Sutphin in the 37 car there. Lights on the pace car going out, so we should get the green next time by. As here we go, pace car goes in, 41 laps to go. Look at Flo working that bottom side. He's sliding up in front of the 93. As Reeves gets to run to the bottom here. Or I should say on top, as Flo tries to get the run to the bottom. And Brian Sutphin back up here trying to get third away as Flo gets loose inside. Flo going to lose the position to Sutphin now. Dalton looking to the high side. Baird, who has worked hard to get the track position, unfortunately starting to lose it now. Yeah, he's finally going to fill in there in about the 5th position as Dalton goes by also. Adam Brady going to put some pressure on him. Ooh, up front there, I thought we were going to see a battle for second between Sutphin and Reeves. As they continue to watch Craig Sykes here as he tries to get his way back up there after leading most of this race, but unfortunately he's been stuck right here in the 7th position. It shows you how tough it is to pass out here. Of course, right side damage doesn't help things either. Oh, hold on, Cade. Cade getting a little loose there off 4. And here these three are back together again after the wreck off 2. A little bit to go. Massey has pulled away 1.2 seconds. Very entertaining race. And we've had our share of battles, or a share of cautions, but we've had some great battles on track. And what makes Lucas Oil Raceway great is the multi-groove and the multi-progressive banking. I guess it'd be progressive banking, not multi-progressive. Dalton trying to follow his teammate back up to the front after starting on the pole this evening. You know, a track that some could compare to New Hampshire. The way it drives, how you roll through the corner. Obviously not as long straightaways here. Good fight going on here. Let's go check this out as Ferguson trying to, or not Ferguson, but Quisenberry trying to hold off Adam Lowe in the 50 car. As we're just about to hit the 30 lap to go mark. Massey become the 4th winner in this series this season. Will it be somebody else, or will Brian Sutphin come in there and become the 2nd repeat winner? Actually, I stand correct. There's already 4. 5th winner. Lowe almost putting a bumper to him. A little chrome horn action, boys. Everybody racing hard now for this track position. Sutphin going to drive it to the bottom. He had to check up a little bit. That almost got bad there, as that's going to allow Dalton to get a run on his teammate. How patient you got. I keep like waiting, and finally you get to the throttle. But you still got to be able to carry the speed through the center. Speaking of speed, Brandon Massey gone. 2.5 seconds now. And they always say in short track racing, if you start to get a pile of cars behind you, you're holding them up. And here you see, you got Sutphin, you got Dalton. Now Flo is caught up. Brady and Sykes are coming. I mean, Reeves is not doing anything wrong. He's battling. Sutphin's doing everything he can. The only thing he hasn't done is literally moved the 93 out of the way. And here comes Barrett to the inside of Dalton. And this is what it's all about. Great short track racing here. And caution is out. I don't know where it's at. I see smoke. Uh-oh. I think I know who it is. So caution coming out. 22 laps to go. Nailed it. Oh, 28 gets up into the 50. Just turns him. Yikes. I'm sure Adam is not happy about that. Is there something I missed? Wow. All right. Well, caution out with 22 to go. Who's going to come to pit road now? Let's see who comes to pit road. Looks like fourth place on back. Dalton, Flo, Brady, Sykes, Quisenberry, Ferguson, all these guys to pit road. They must have an extra set of tires. So this is going to get very interesting now with 20 laps to go. But check this deal out. Brandon Massey now comes to pit road. I was watching the other guys catch the field, and I looked to the left, and I wonder if something happened where Massey's like maybe he made a mistake, because him and Sutphin now come to pit road. Very interesting moments here. Well, this definitely has put the race on its upside down all of a sudden here. We're going to come back to the green with 17 laps to go. Ryan Reeves, Josh Terrett-Hill, Barrett Flo, and Jason Dalton, your top four. After what just transpired, we had pit stops happen, and then all of a sudden the next lap, Brian Sutphin and Brandon Massey came to pit road from the lead, and now restart 12th and 13th after this happened. And now pace car is going to take another lap. Pace car is in. And look at Flo drive it down there into turn one. To the inside of Reeves. And to the lead, Barrett Flo. And Tanyan Sutphin is spinning, and we got wreck. 81 involved. And Tanyan's gone around here on the front straightaway. So just to update, Ryan Reeves had not pitted until right now in almost 40 laps. So that was why he did not get such a good restart there. What happened to Tanyan? Oh, he's just going to get snapped loose off the corner, and the 50 is going to follow him. And then up here, the 73 and the 81 come together. So a big sequence of events. of a sudden, Barrett Flo has fresh tires and all, has come to the front after, well, pretty much everybody in the race has had some kind of issue throughout. But in his case, hit the inside wall off turn 2, got himself a new car, and is back up front. As I look through here, Josh Terrett Hill, who pitted about lap 109, so he's got about 30 or so laps on his tires. I say green flag laps, and then the rest of the field at 133, so I wonder if those guys are out of tires, hence the strategy here. So it has definitely helped out Barrett. He's been able to hold on to this lead. There you see the 33 of Worley getting a lucky dog. Here we go, about to go back to green with 11 laps to go. Pace car lights are still on. And again, a reminder, tomorrow night we'll broadcast the Daytona race for you. That was ran last Tuesday as part of the LSRL. It gives us an opportunity to tell you wilder graphics. Of course, you see some of the paints out here right now, including the 75 car there, Landon Quisenberry. They provide the best iRacing paints and liveries around. You can check them out today on Facebook and take a ride on the wild side. It's been a wild race. Short track racing at its finest. And pace car lights are on again. Now, technically, we have 8 laps to go right now in the race. But as I said, with the way the telemetry is set up with the race itself, unfortunately, it doesn't go off of the total number of laps scheduled. It goes off the total amount of laps ran. So you're seeing 10 to go on the left because you're going to see what will eventually be a green-white checker here. So there, we know, unfortunately, there's one caution coming. Try not to spoil it, but obviously I got to point the obvious out here. Here we go. Pace car is in. Jason Dalton has no front end, is restarting 4th. And here we go. Good restart for Flo. Question is, can the 81 hold on up there with the tires? Brady clears. Here comes the 02 diving back in there. 3 wide off 4. That's not going to be room here. And there goes the 02 spinning. Sykes goes for a spin and cautions out, I believe. A good night gone bad for the man who led the most laps this evening. Let's see what happened to him. I think he just got loose off the corner, it looked like. Yeah, it sure did. Bam into the wall, and it spins him back around. The pace car picks up the leader. I assume he's going to stay out again here. And Brady's over here having fun with the leader, I think. Jason Dalton somehow with no front end up here in third. Quisenberry, and here comes Sam Kohlhaas with another lucky dog, I believe. Yeah, let's take a look at the rest of the schedule for the regular season. As I mentioned, Daytona was ran last Tuesday. We'll have the broadcast tomorrow night, and then Auto Club the following week, which is actually going to be Tuesday night. And then next Tuesday it's Las Vegas, and then the playoffs begin with Phoenix. Going off the top of my head, pretty much however the schedule is set up is how the playoffs will go. I believe the championship race is actually Martinsville when it's all set up. So, going to be interesting. Which means I believe a race is in Bristol there too somewhere. On the dirt at Bristol. Which they don't run Bristol dirt in Xfinity, so I don't know what race will go there actually. All right, pace car lights are on. We should get one to go next time by. Barrett Flo, it was turned around off turn 2. In the middle of this race, hit the inside wall, used his reset that they had, and got back out there and went through the field and has worked his way up here to the front. Adam Brady's been consistent up front the whole time. Quisenberry's done a great job coming back. Dalton has no front end. He's been up front all night, and Cade Ferguson has been like an elevator up and down all night in the grid. A lot of these guys are. Brian Sutphin has worked his way back to 8th. Brandon Massey to 10th after what transpired a little bit ago, which is unfortunately going to end their chance to win as we go green. Green, white checker. Here we go. Up into the wall goes the 81. Quisenberry going to try the high side on Brady as we come to the white flag. Final lap. Ferguson going to get by as Dalton falling back with that damage, I think. Barrett Flo, I believe, has not made a start this season. Definitely going to pick up his first win of this season. Lucas Oil Raceway to Barrett Flo. Brady finishing second. Quisenberry third, and the teammates take each other out. Hey, look at that. The man stays here for an interview. Didn't want to join me for a broadcast? Come on. Yeah, I think it was at this point. Oh, no, actually, the race hadn't stopped yet. So I'll say, if this thing paused, that means he left. But there's your final 3. How about that? Congrats to Barrett Flo, who comes back and gets himself a win. And going to check right now through the standings. This was Barrett's first start, actually. And, yep, gets a win in his first start. So congratulations to him. As we had another new winner to the standings. Take a look at the final results. Brady finishes second. Quisenberry, Ferguson, and Sutphin, your top five. Dalton, Massey, Reeves, Tarrant Hill, Adam Lowe finishing 10th. Ivan Jones, Tanya Sutphin, Dan Worley, Sam Kohlhaas, Craig Sykes, Ira Kohlhaas, and Anthony Giuliano finishing in the 17th position. Let me go jump over into the LSRL Discord, where Q is waiting on me in the waiting for interview area. Let me go down to my booth. And the man stays up till 1 o'clock in the morning to go to school the next day. A typical student, if I would say, or a typical senior, has already probably given up on his senior season, because that's what seniors do, and we just get through it and get to college. So we stay up till 1 o'clock in the morning, but he celebrates a third-place finish here tonight, Landon, and El Taco Loco treated you well.
Yeah, little mistake by you. It's El Toro Loco, the
Taco,
crazy bull.
Toro.
Yeah, same thing, but it's Spanish, right? not first.
I speak
language there,
Spanglish.
But yeah, it was I'm not gonna lie, it's been such a rough season to get a third. I mean, I was about in tears crossing the line. It's been so rough this season, especially. I mean, that's just how hard the series is and how tough the competition's got. You know, I've won 2 championships in the other series in this series, you know, and I'm way down there in the points. You know, I haven't given up yet because you know, we still got the playoffs, so that's the first for the season. So it's not a lost season. So it's good to keep on fighting. You know, and it's good to get my teammate Cade obviously too to finish right behind me in fourth. You know, we've had such a rough season together. We're so back there in points. It's just we're trying our hardest to even get into the playoffs, right?
Yeah.
But it worked out. It panned out finally. I told him, I was like, I feel like we just need a short track, or you know, where we can control our own destiny a little bit. Maybe we'll finally get some luck or create our own. And it all worked out. But yeah, it was good. Unfortunately, after the fact that some of the admins deemed they didn't like some of the stuff that transpired in the race, so me and Cade got tagged with a suspension for a week.
Oh.
So as good as it was, it's still this season. So I got my gripes about it, but I'm gonna take and keep those to myself because I'm also on probation. So
Behave, Landon.
but no, yeah, we'll see. It is what it is. We're just going to take our lumps. Unfortunately for Cade, it's basically a 2-week suspension because the way his job falls, he was going to miss Auto Club regardless. So it's unfortunate. It really hurts his playoff standings. Not so much mine because I was a little bit higher in points than him. But like I said, we're just going to take our lumps, and we'll miss Daytona, but I'll come back at Auto Club. He'll come back to Vegas, and we're going to keep on fighting.
There you go. Well, that's the way to keep the spirit in a tough situation. I assume this had to do probably with the 50 car in the situation there with you guys battling, or was there something else I didn't see?
With Cade's, that was you did see that one. For me,
yep.
For me, it wasn't on camera, and the only thing I'll put out, I don't think it affected the race, obviously, because there wasn't a caution for it. So take that as you will.
I'm just
but,
well, I'm trying to keep it to just so I know, so I can report what happened here. But it's all good. You don't have to say any more. I don't want anybody. I'm not trying to cause trouble. I'm just trying to get the info. I don't want you to know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's just a job, so I totally get it. But yeah, you know, it's unfortunate.
There you go. That's all you need to know. So unfortunately, when you see the broadcast tomorrow night at Daytona, there will be no whatever the heck he was going to run tomorrow night paint scheme, and we'll see Landon in Auto Club in a couple weeks. But you still get a shout out to somebody.
Oh yeah. Obviously, first, we've got our official name, the Dodge Vetter Esports teammate there of Cade. Tough season. We're in it together, and it was fun to get him a good night when he first, got switched over to his actual number in the 28, right? So just shout out to him. It's been a rough one. We're in it together. We're in it for the championship, and we're still fighting to the end. Still, even though I'm on the wrong side of the
proverbial bubble.
got the short end of the stick here on this one, that I still gotta give a shout out to all the admins and all the league. They do a great job of everything that's going on here, and help putting on the show, and obviously you at the broadcast. And shameless plug, but we got a truck series starting up.
Yep, I saw
on
that.
Friday nights. I'm gonna be helped. I'm gonna help run that with Cade and Brandon Massey and all the other admins within the league, and we're set to have a good time. We start Friday night. This is first 3 weeks will be recruitment. We're gonna start at Charlotte, and then after those 3 weeks, we'll start the 15 race season at Daytona. We'll get the schedule on that posted out. So if y'all are out there and interested, come on out. Anyone's welcome. But yes, obviously they do a great job. Obviously, again, with the league sponsors, Butt Kicker, Gridfinder, Sim Speed Shop, Protosim Tech, Track Time Entertainment, Wilder Graphics, obviously. But yeah, it's kind of like the paint scheme today. It was for Auto Club, post suspension. But the back of the car, because it's a bull theme, it says, if you mess with the bull, you get the horns. So that's gonna be the mindset for the rest of the season. We're gonna keep on fighting, and like I said, we're gonna take our lumps, and if all works out in the end, it'll just make that as rough as it's been in the beginning of the season. If I even fight for the championship there when it comes time for Martinsville, or go on to win it, it'll make it even sweeter. So we're ready to go.
There you go. Well, best of luck to you, obviously, and appreciate your time, and go to sleep.
I'm all good. I don't got class till early morning. I didn't mention that. I did early grad, so I'm taking college classes in the morning, so I got to sleep in a little bit later, so I get to stay up later.
Smart kid. Just saying. There you go. Landon, nice job, man. And Landon, I'll leave.
Drink water there.
Yeah, take a drink. Yeah, don't worry. It's all good. I would talk to the other two drivers, but as you know, this was a recorded race. I just got lucky and had Landon in here with me. But either way, we're going to head out. Appreciate the viewers watching. I'm going to go post a replay of this over in their chat so the people of the LSRL can enjoy it. And go from there, and then we'll come back with the Daytona broadcast tomorrow night when I get home from work, and we'll see what happens from there. It should be pretty interesting, but thanks to Anthony and everyone from the league for working with me. Obviously, I'm trying to work with them as best as I can, and to get their broadcast on, and they must like me, so let's put it like that. But appreciate everything that they do and all the hard work that those guys put in and stuff. Appreciate all the viewers, and I'm going to bed. So, yeah, with that said, enjoy the rest of your now Monday morning going into Monday. Enjoy the week. It's the last day of February already, so we'll go with that also. But always remember, this isn't just a game. It's iRacing. See ya.